So, hello internet, how are you doing? I hope everyone is fine. Thank you for coming back again and watching some of the episodes that I post. So, today I have like a mental breakdown, you know, the times that everything is kicking in and nothing is working, okay, in my life. And this is how it has been happening. So, I remember when I started living alone, I came to the area I'm living in, and it was just me and my son. And this house that we used to live in, it was a single room, and it was very cold. It had potholes, and it wasn't good looking. You wouldn't like want visitors to come and they see the condition you're living in. And especially, I didn't even have like a bed. I was given by someone a mattress that I used to lay down, and then we just lay there, and you could inhale the dampness of that house. And then I started like figuring out I needed to work. So let me put it into basically everything that I've ever tried, like hustles that I've ever tried, with the times that someone tells you like, yo, you need to find a job, you need to go and do like other people are doing. Let me tell you, it doesn't necessarily happen like people want to make it look like it's very possible for everyone. Because one time, I think, don't it was around 2018. At around 2018, I'm looking at starting upon like selling inner clothes for the ladies. I almost said the word. So I'm selling, I want to hawk them. And I asked someone for 500 Kenya shillings. I was close to Nairobi, obviously. So I went to Isli. Isli, it's where you get ready-made clothes, which are maybe somehow cheaper than when you get them on their local boutique or something like that. So I went to Isli this one time with the 500 I have asked someone to give me 500 Kenya shillings. By that time, let's say maybe it was like $5. Yeah, $5. So I went and then I bought them. So I had a friend. I was living with a friend, and I remember asking her for some sort of a backpack, and that is the one I used to put in the pants, and then I would carry my son on my back, and then the backpack used to be on my boobs, and then I put on the handles of this side. And let me tell you, I used to walk for kilometers because I can tell you the distance from Rongai. You use shortcuts to get to Matasia. It's not an easy route. Sometimes I used to go from Rongai to Kiserian, and then I rotate them. Sometimes you just feel bad, like you're rotating these things, you are asking people to buy them, and it's because you are so desperate. I remember like I used to look at some place where I can rest, and maybe somewhere like in a bush under a tree, and then I put my clothes down, and then my son down, and just cry because no one is buying these pants, when like I really need you to buy these pants. I go to those plots, small apartments, settlements in Kenya, and ask ladies, can you buy for me? This is what I'm selling. I have this one. They come in handy, obviously, but no one is buying them. I don't think even there was one time. It's just this friend I was living with. Her cousin came, and they bought those pants, and then I was like the rest of them. I used them because they were not getting bought, after trial and error, and I thought, oh, this is not my thing, so I stopped doing that. So that's other time when I'm living alone now in this area. So I decide, oh, let me ask for some, and maybe I can start hawking tea. This is in Kenya, like we have like people who rotate, especially from Burundi or Rwanda. They come here and they start those businesses and they do so well. So I thought, why not? It's not like I have a job. Do I have an otherwise? No. So I went to the market, and I remember that time I was like employed in a hardware, and I asked the boss to help me look for a 10-liter thermos. It's like a thermos or something. It's a 10-liter. You know, it's taller like that, and you can. It's used to serve other many people, and especially in a gathering. So that thing, it's, let's call it a jug, because I don't know how. That jug costed me like 2,000 because it was second hand. So this Saturday I was getting paid at the hardware. I used to buy that thing, and then I looked for money for sugar, and then coffee, and then what else did I need? Cups, disposable cups. And yes, I went home very excited, and I cooked this thing. I remember I have a very big sufuria, so that is not a worry. I don't have to make a lot of back and forth with my gas and everything. I cooked, and then I gave my son to a neighbor, whereby I talked with her, and she agreed that after every night of me going and leaving my son with her, I would then come and pay her 50 bob. That's what happens when you don't have have money for hiring like a nanny or something. So I agreed, and it was working. So I went the first time, and let me tell you, that the businesses that you start, that they make you feel like, I don't know. But the first time I'm going to this market, it's in Ruiru. I'm going in the evening, because that is when the tea gets a lot of clients, so people want to take that tea with that time. Okay, so I went there, and then I started selling 10 bob per cup, and some few people, just especially the picky guys, the guys who ride the picky, the border guys, they used to buy me. And it's like the first day went well, and that was awesome for me, because I like sold the half 10 liters, I think half of it. And I thought, maybe if tomorrow I wake up, I come home, and then I make this tea the next day, it will be going to be awesome. But now I didn't realize that when it is raining, a lot of people buy this tea. Okay, and when it is dry, a lot of people just want to go home and rest, and do their what is it called, eat their food at home. They're not cold. So it kind of discouraged me on that day, whereby I found out like I'm going home with the whole bucket of 10 liters, whereby I cannot be in a position to drink the whole thing. So I would go home with the whole let me tell you, this thing, you have used your whole sugar, a whole kg. You have used those coffee, it costed money. You have used transport, and you have paid the daycare, that 50 bob. And you cannot live, I couldn't live like my son with no diaper, so I have to buy the diaper. And diaper, it was like 20 bob. The cheapest one was going for 20 bob. Okay, so going back home with a whole jug full of tea, I would feel ashamed. Immediately I alight my Buddha. I would just open the tap and continue walking as it spills along the way, because I don't want the neighbors to think I'm not making profits. And I continued that business for like a month and a half. I looked at both I weighed down how much I'm making, how much I'm using, and I thought, no, it's not worth it, because most of it I was getting home very late. I would leave my house at around 6 or 7. Okay, I would rotate that tea until 11. That time I haven't cooked. So at 12, that is when I'm cooking for my son, and then those kind of things, okay? I have to survive that. So I stopped with that. And unfortunately, my hardware job, the owners closed because it wasn't giving. So business wasn't doing. It can clearly tell you, like, business wasn't doing that good during that time. Okay, so I started thinking other times, and I remember I talked to my sponsor, and I told her, oh, you know what, I want to start a side hustle, and I want to be selling eggs, another one of boiling things. So I went, she gave me the money. Yes, I think it was 1,000 or something. Yeah, but she used to send me good money though. So when I told her, like, I want to, she was happy because, oh, I won't be asking a lot of money from her, you know. I went and then to the eggs depot, and I bought a whole crate, 30 eggs. Those 30 eggs, I bought a small bucket, the clear one, the bucket that doesn't, the clear bucket, okay? Those I used to sell the eggs, because people will see from far you are selling the eggs, and then they gonna call you. So I went, bought that bucket and everything, and then I bought the salt, I bought the onions, I bought the tomatoes for kachumbari. You know, Kenya, you have to take kachumbari when you're taking boiled eggs, and then that milk, salt shaker and everything. So I started the work one day in the morning. I don't have a job now, so my neighbor agreed freely to look after the son, okay? Because she was just married and she was living in the house. She was not working. The husband was working. So she could maybe help me by looking freely. So she agreed. And I went out. I took my eggs. So that time I'm living in Ruiru. And I have to walk on foot to a place called Kimbo, selling, entering many shops, entering even those small plots where kids are there, they can see you, and then they call their parents to come and buy the eggs, you know. Let me tell you, that first day I went to that to sell those eggs, people did not buy. I think it was when I was really like giving up. That is when a guy who was seated by a lady, he called me and he told me, you're selling eggs? And then I told him, yes. Give us 2 eggs. Let me tell you, if you've never sold eggs, you don't know what I mean by cracking the eggshell and separating that without touching the eggs. The you know, the white thing of the egg, after removing the shell, and you have to do it with a spoon, and you have to hygiene. You don't have to touch the eggs of this the person who is buying, okay? And you have to be quick too. You have to crush, and then you go removing the shell, and then you pouring them somewhere and everything. So I didn't know that when you're boiling these eggs, you have to salt them, so that when you are removing the eggshell, it will become easier for you. Feel me? Me, I went there, cooked my things, and when they were ready, I took them out. So this guy noticed I was having difficulties with removing the eggshell, and he told me, you need to be boiling them with salt, otherwise so that they can become softer when you are removing the eggshells. And I said, thank you. And he bought 2 eggs. That whole journey until evening, I sold 5 eggs out of 30. So I was left, I went back home with 25 boiled eggs. So I went back home, and I felt useless at some point. And I just gave my neighbors, those people living, neighbors there, and especially the one who was staying with my son, I gave the others, the ones who were just looking at me and like they are guessing life is not really working out on my side, because like when things are not working out in your life, even your neighbors notice and they look at you weirdly. You feel like they notice. So I gave them and I stopped with the business. One more thing I tried, after, I think a year after COVID, but it wasn't that done. But we had no curfews. I asked my sponsor to help me open like a clothes store. So I thought, I went and researched about tumba clothes for the kids, and I saw they do very well. And I researched and did nini. I did so well. I even looked for a carpenter to make me a big table, to a place where I could be laying my clothes and then shouting their prices like everyone else in the market. And I told her to assist me, and she assisted me. She gave me 30,000. I went to Gikomba market. One thing about Gikomba market, no matter where you're coming from, no matter how you must be watched. They must con you, okay? They must con you. So this one time, I woke up very early. I woke my friend. I told a friend to take me there, so that we can't, also Nairobi, you get conned every now and then. So we left home at 3 in the morning. And when we go to Nairobi Gikomba, there are like people who are telling you, like, I had like an idea, so I called the person who said that they are selling those clothes in bales and blah blah blah. So I went there, and somebody else came and told us, oh, you don't have, if you are starting, don't start with the bales, because you might buy a bale and then it burns you, like it doesn't give you the profit, and maybe you're gonna find clothes that are already destroyed. So don't buy the bales. You come, I show you how you can select only the good clothes, and then you pay for those ones, and then you can go and sell. Let me tell you, that was another joke, because I thought it was a good idea, but they must con you. They must con you, no matter how street smart you are. In Gikomba, you must. When you're starting something, you must be conned. I don't know how they do it, but then I went there and collected my clothes, selected a few. I corrected, and then came to payment. So I noticed the clothes were so many, because my friend carried hers, helped me carry, because there were 2 sacks. So we brought them home. The next day, I told you I had already made a table whereby I'm going to lay down my stock, and I'm going to shout the prices, and people gonna come and buy. Thank God. So next day, I woke up very early, went to the market, and did absolutely that. And then there was a friend who was a neighbor, and she was doing the same. So I asked her, Carol, can I stay next to you, so that you can help me? I can learn also from you, because now I have the stock now. And she told me, yeah, no problem. And I started. So how it felt, there's this thing that when you bring the new things in the market, the price is constant for everyone. It's like the market price is everyone is following that market price, okay? So I found out the first time when I went to the market and came with those 2 sacks, people really bought those clothes. I don't know how it happened, but they really, and I think I called my sponsor. I told her the business is doing really great, because I was able to come up with that money, the ones I used for buying, and a few because I paid rent. But this thing is failing, because I think this money that I'm gaining back, I'm not able to separate it, because it's the same money that is used in paying the rent, money used to pay for the diaper, money used to eat lunch at the market, money used to buy food in the house, and everything, and transport, okay? So when this money is coming, the first day I'm selling so much, I think I got my money, and then I paid for some bill and everything, and then I continued selling. But now the second time, these bills, these clothes, they lose their market value. So every time you start like every cloth at 60. The second time you're coming, or in the evening, the prices have changed. It's either 50. Now the bad thing happens if your neighbors have already made their profits, they have made their stock money, and they are full, because let me tell you, they will even sell the remaining clothes at 30 bob. You, when you're doing it at 50, because you have not like made enough profit for yourself, or even recovered the money used for, that. And that happened for a couple of days. So when I noticed this thing was eating me up, and they are like doing that, like everyone is doing that, and me, I'm not able to do that, because when I look at the money I used for buying these clothes, and I say like I'm going to sell like them, then I won't recover, so I wasn't able to do that. So I called my sponsor again and told her, oh shit, you know what, things are happening again, and I really need some help to add more stock to it. And she assisted, and I went back for the stocks. And again, there is this thing in Gikomba, if you are selling things, they even give you on a debt. They tell you, take the clothes, because they know you can't go anywhere. And I don't know how they make sure you can never go with their money. Most of them, Alkamba, sorry to say, but you can't run away with the Kamba's money. There's just some fear in you that, oh, this person is coming after their money, so you have to pay back. Me, they used to give me even a whole bill to go and sell, because I will work so hard tirelessly to make that money so I can pay them. And now the ones that are left with me, the leftovers, that is what you will toil for. So you can be used. By the way, that market can really use you. It got to a place that now even the Ruiru market now, the people are not allowed to sell from the outside, and like they were given ultimatum to come inside the building that was set. And then the people there with the corruption and everything, they just like, they want to be on the ground floor, because that is where most of the clients are going to be coming. They don't want to go upstairs, because most of the clients are maybe old. They don't want to do the stairs and everything. So it was a tough thing. So I didn't go to the I didn't go to open a shelf in that building of the market. And that is how my business failed. Yes, happens. So I'm looking at the many hustles that I've ever tried, and I'm not sure. Okay, I feel like a loser, because after those many trials, I don't think I am able to say, oh, let me try this again. Let me go and buy the clothes. Let me go start the egg thing. Let me go and do. I'm not able. I don't have the grace to do that anymore, because it has already failed me, and I feel disoriented. Even when like your business is not doing good, most of the time you're not able to talk to people about it, so you take it in. You cry alone. It's giving you losses and losses and losses. And remember, by this time I was having my son has always had this asthmatic thing. So every time, if he is not sick twice in a month, it's by God's grace. I don't know. So he used to get sickly, like totally sickly. Even he used to have like convulsions, and you're all alone, my friend. And I'm thinking, oh my God, single motherhood, it comes with a lot of responsibilities. Those ones that I cannot be even, I don't know, things. Sometimes you just want just pass. Yeah. Those are the tough times that I feel. Even now, those times that I have felt insufficient, unworthy, or this thing is weighing you down a lot. Several things weigh me down all the time. Like now, at the moment, My son is very sick. He's supposed to be having his midterm exams, but he's not going to have them because he if it's not the asthma now is like gone, and now he has issues with tonsils. They get so big. This is an issue, like it was there from his early days and everything. So they get so swollen, they get whitish, he pukes like everything. And let me tell you, out of all these things that I'm telling you, these things happen when you are not even having a job or a side hustle or anything that you're calling, oh, this, let me do this and this, the money is gonna come through this way. Let me tell you, if there is anything that any mother can do, it's for the survival of their kids. I think that is why I put it in, like, whenever I know that at this time, if I was like in a very good position with my life, I would have gotten like a second born because my son is 7. But I look at the life that I have lived with that kid alone in the house, and I'm like, no, that's enough. I can't. I can't. Because there is no point of getting so many kids when you cannot take care of them. There is no point. I just think about there is no point. If I can hustle selling the eggs, if I can hustle selling that tea, if I can hustle selling the panties, and I can hustle selling clothes, the few businesses I've started. Oh, and I also did transcription. Oh my God, I didn't tell you. I also did online. And that time, not even that time, even up to now, I have never even gotten a laptop. I used to go to the cyber. Let me tell you, my guys. So I pay a lot of money in the cyber. Oh my God. I did that. Hey, oh shit. But good thing is that this person who taught me how to transcribe, he taught me for free, some people are just good. I guess so he taught me for free, and he was earning through it. But for him, he used to transcribe, do writings, academics, and so on. So for me, because though there is searching and everything for academic writing, I couldn't do all that. And especially, I don't even have a laptop. I'm just like having a simple, cheap smartphone, and I go to the cyber and then try to transcribe for people. Okay. And I remember I even didn't get a client from outside. It's my sponsor who used to give me those jobs, because he was like, let me promote you transcribe this for me. Okay, I don't know. I didn't get a stranger who I could have written a transcribed for. So out of those jobs, I'm trying to come to the point. I'm doing all these hustles alone. Not that I'm able to sustain myself per se, but all those trials, all those back and forth, falling, rising, not even rising. I don't call it rising because I'm in no good shape. Sometimes I feel like I've lost it, Sometimes I feel like that, and I think it's normal for some time. And I think the point now is here. Okay, let me go to the point. So the point is, when I'm hustling all these things and I'm working so hard to bring up this son, and someone thinks that I should go get a husband, is it for the goodwill of myself? Is it the goodwill for me to use somebody for their money and for the comfort? Because most of these times, I'm gonna give you a story, by the way, of how I came to have a baby daddy who is irresponsible. with his son. Okay, I'm gonna give that story, and maybe on a live or something, because what I think, most of these times we do this form of coming together with a person and living together. I think some percentage says like they're depending on you, and having been able to hustle all those times and they failed, and I'm not yet dead, I don't think I want to be in a place that somebody is taking care of me, because they will turn that against you, and they can use you in a very bad way. They can take advantage, they can beat you up, and you don't want that. So I wanted to give this single mom experience with the certain hustles that I've gone through myself, and I want to hear from you. Maybe on the comment you can tell me some, if at all I might have not, I don't have that capability of starting my own business or something like a hustle, you know. You can give me you can let me know at the comment section. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video here, hoping you liked it, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Okay, ciao.